My name is Paulo, and I am from Peru, beautiful country, and I live in Florida right now for a few years actually. I went to school here, and I am actually, I studied media arts and animation. I'm not sure what more about myself I can tell you without scaring you, just kidding. And my history with StarCraft 2, I guess it starts in StarCraft 1. So that's a little bit of a history with StarCraft 2, I suppose. I played since the beta. I've been placing really well since the beta, been at the top of the ladder, being one of the best Zergs since in North America, and yeah. I guess LC Gamer says it best in his interview. If you watch LC Gamer's interview, you'll notice he says, and I quote, that he is the cats of Terran. I can say, without hesitation, and honestly, that I am indeed the cats of Zerg. And I can assure you that 100%. Like, you know, like LC Gamer was like, I am the cats of Terran. Like, he seemed pretty sure that he was the cats of Terran. But I am absolutely sure, like without a doubt, that I am the cats of Zerg. And if that's not enough reason, then I should be in the North America Star League because I'm a great player. I also slept in the same bed as Day 9. It's like one of my biggest achievements too. That is a tough question, because if I had a biggest rival, like a really, you know, like I hate this guy rival kind of deal, I probably wouldn't be promoting him on my video. You see what I'm saying there? Does that make sense? Is that just me? You see, I think I take strategy too seriously, to that extent, where if I had a biggest rival, someone that I hated, I probably would leave him out of my interview. Because it's a strategical move for him to not get in the league. Why should I support my biggest rivals? Think about it. I guess if I was forced to say, like, who's your biggest rival? I'd just be like, I guess TT1 is one of my biggest rivals, Payam Toyam, also known as. And because just because, you know, I always seem to run into him in tournaments and stuff like that. But also he's one of my best practice partners and one of my best StarCraft 2 buddies of all times. You know, he's actually going to be moving in with me and Druby in Phoenix soon. And he's one of my main Cerberus Protoss practice partners, alongside with Kiwikaki and Dodoro and Minigun. And I always seem to do really well in practice games against Payam Toyam. I make him QQ about Zerg. He says Zerg is imbalanced sometime. And you know, that just makes me proud, because like, honestly speaking, whoever says like Zerg is imbalanced these days? Yeah, sure, like roaches, when roaches were ridiculous, yeah, okay, go ahead and say Zerg is imbalanced. I actually admitted Zerg was imbalanced, and I was like, you know, Zerg is imbalanced, like look at roaches. But now, just to say it, it almost makes me proud when I make him say like Zerg is imbalanced. I'm like, but then when I meet him in tournaments and Clan Wars, I always seem to lose. Like, it's always like a close score, 2-1, and you know, good games. But that's not what I want. I want blood. So TT1. Axlov is another one of my biggest rivals, just because, you see, we always seem to run in tournaments and in Clan Wars as well. And there's a little bit of an anecdote, I suppose. Let's see. We ran into each other in the MRI finals of Root against DG, and he beat me. And then we run into the SGL something semifinals, maybe, or maybe just in the regular season in the Clan War, and I beat him. And then we run into each other in the Root Gaming Invitational Tournament, and I beat him with a really close score of 2-1. And then we meet in this King of the Hill, right? Just like a couple days ago. And I'm like, Axlov, you know what? I have a great idea. Let's be rivals for the NASL. And he goes and he says, no. And I was like, why wouldn't you want to be my rival? And he's like, well, no, thank you. I have no rivals. My rival is I am MVP or something. And I'm sorry if I spoil it before his interview. But I guess since he's my rival, it's okay, because it's like, you know, I'm being mean to my rival. But I actually, you know, Axel, you're a great guy, great player too. But yeah, and then I beat him in the King of the Hill too. So if that lights a fire in his eyes, and then he decides to make me his rival, I'll be honored. Great player. I hear all the other players say stuff like I'm super creative and I come up with my own builds, and you know, just in the other interviews, and I guess I'm super creative and I come up with my own builds. I'm sorry they made their interviews before me, but it's a ripoff. I play standard actually, but it's the standard of the future that no one else has figured out yet. So like they're still in the process, and I'm already there, and I'm like, you know, I'm just figuring the standard of this. You know, the counter standard of the future right now. It's pretty tough. Didoro, for sure. Didoro is one of the most underrated players out there. He's ridiculously cute. He's Korean, lives in Canada. He's like always like making us laugh with his silly Korean jokes, and he's like so like nice. He's like ridiculously talented. He just killed Fnatic like a couple weeks ago, and he does really well in tournaments, but he just doesn't seem to make it like in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a very deserving player, a beast of a Protoss, and he should make it. Yeah, visit root-gaming.com and support us.